associated with the Drake family and Pleasant Hill Baptist Church, because he's the only church here. They don't own the cemetery, they don't maintain the cemetery, but a lot of their members are buried. This is still an active cemetery, and as I said, this was called the Pleasant Hill Community, located between Valley Hill and Crab Creek. The yearly memorial is tomorrow at 10 a.m., right? And they have to take up money to maintain the cemetery. Believe it or not, there's no one. Cindy for years did that. And so she's looking for folks like Bob over here that's going to take that over. And they need to do a perpetual care fund and some other things. Graves from the Greer family cemetery were moved to this cemetery sometime in the 20th century. Family tradition states that the first person buried here was Sarah Elizabeth Barton Drake, wife of Hezekiah Drake, who's buried at Ebenezer Baptist. There's a memorial stone for her somewhere here. We're not sure of the exact location of her grave.
Right there,
It's right where?
well, the memorial stone's right by that little maple over there, just beyond the high ground.
Now, Hezekiah Drake was down in the Clear Creek community by the early 1800s, and this is his wife, and she moved up here to live with some children that had moved into this community, and that's why she died here during the Civil War. When graves at the Greer family cemetery were moved here, one of those graves was Charles Greer and his wife Sarah. He died in 1878, but he was born in 1791, and he served on the first court of pleas and quarter sessions in Henderson County, which is equivalent to the very first Henderson County Commissioners. The grave of Charles Manning Hefner is located here. He's one of our World War II heroes. He died of wounds 1944 at St. Lo, France during World War II, and his grave is here. Also the gravesite of Jackson Cleophas Drake, a Henderson County sheriff from 1912 to 1916. There are 4 Confederate veterans buried here. Alexander Barber, he was wounded at the Battle of Cold Harbor and surrendered at Appomattox Courthouse. James Harper Johnson, wounded in the thigh at the Battle of Plymouth, captured at the Battle of Fort Stedman, and a prisoner of war at Hart's Island in New York. King David McCarson's grave is not marked, but according to his death certificate, he is buried here at one of these old fieldstones. He was wounded at the Battle of Fredericksburg, captured, and was a prisoner at Hart's Island. And John S. Summey is buried here. He was wounded at Petersburg and was a prisoner and captured and a prisoner at Point Lookout. There are also 4 men who served with the Union buried here. Hezekiah D. Drake, John Bryson Drake, Nathan M. Drake, and Robert T. Drake. All were Confederate deserters who enlisted in the Union Army in October 1863. And from here, we're going to go to the gatehouse at Arrowhead Hill. So I'm going to give you a few minutes just to walk around, talk to Cindy, look at some of these, and it goes way back down in there. So just walk around, walk 5 or 10 minutes, because the lady at the gatehouse is expecting. Okay.
Jenny, say again the person that is taking the funds up or trying to get the fund?
Cindy has been doing it, but she's trying to turn that over.
Okay.
And so I would suggest getting with Bob here. His wife was a Drake, and he's trying to help get a committee going.